What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Boom! What is up, everybody? I went and saw... Well, I didn't actually go anywhere. I stayed right at home, and I watched movie, comedy, dark comedy. Haven't seen one in a while. Arizona. Not Raising Arizona. Just Arizona. It just came out this year, 2018. More of an independent comedy. Starring Danny McBride, Elizabeth Gillis, Caitlin Olsen, Luke Wilson's in it. It's basically it's about Elizabeth Gillis's character is a real estate agent out in Arizona. This takes place in... Oh, let me just read the thing. It's a movie, of course. Let me just read the synopsis here. Set in the midst of the 2009 housing crisis, this darkly comedic story follows Cassie Fowler, a single mom and struggling realtor whose life goes off the rails when she witnesses a murder. I stumbled on the first, but I did a lot better, I think, in that one. Yeah, so it's 2009, housing crisis, Arizona, happened all over the place. And you know, so it's not a lot of people living in these housing developments out in Arizona. Reminded me a lot of where I'm living now, out in Palm Springs, Coachella Valley area, where there's a lot of gated communities, where there's guard gates. Like every gated community that they showed reminded me of a different gated community. Although there's a lot more green in the valley, just because it's more of a resort and a vacation destination for wealthy people. So there's a lot of greenery around some of these entrances here versus there. It's very just desert. And so it's not a thriving market at this point, and especially in a desert community where I remember back in 2008, I bought my condo back in 2008, right when the market crashed, right after it crashed, and or while it was still going down a little bit. But I remember before that, like everybody's buying properties everywhere. Like, and I remember people going out to not Arizona, but also Vegas was huge. Tons of people were going out to buy property out in Vegas, and I'm sure the same thing happened there. Same thing happened out here, I'm sure. There's a lot of developments. Most people don't even live out here. Most houses out in the valley are empty this time of year during the summer. So it's always weird when you watch a movie that reminds you of where you're living or where you grew up. Tremors was very similar because of the desert theme also. It reminded me very much of like the high desert, like Yucca Valley. But yeah, this movie, Arizona. So she's a real estate agent, and Danny McBride is the bad guy in this movie. He basically, it's one of those movies where a character, almost like Meet the Fockers, where everything goes bad for Ben Stiller in this day. Like everything goes bad. So it's, as far as Danny McBride's character, everything is going extremely bad for his character. He doesn't do anything necessarily to help his situation out. And you know, it works. I don't know. I enjoyed it. This thing is rated horribly on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't see it come in theaters. Apparently it was, a movie that was released at Sundance. It's definitely a violent movie, but it's a dark comedy. So if you think of like Very Bad Things, I don't know, it's definitely similar but different to Very Bad Things. Very different than Very Bad Things. But I enjoyed it, especially like I've been listening to a lot of Sword and Scale, this true crimes podcast, and it's like how this movie starts where things kind of go bad, and then like the person it's happening to that is causing these bad things, and just like by bad decisions and then really bad things happening, and then continuing to like push that snowball down the hill. It's like there's actual crimes that happen in real life with people that like Danny McBride's character is not far from. So the beginning of this movie is like, oh my God, like this could be easily based mildly on a true story of some sort. But it's a fun movie that I didn't, just looking around for movies to review for the week because there's not a whole lot in theaters. Searching's coming out, which I'm looking forward to that. But so I found this one and looked like an interesting cast, and especially for a movie that I hadn't never heard of. So if you're looking for something interesting, you can rent it on iTunes. I'm sure Amazon, all of the places where you rent movies digitally, might be at Redbox. I don't know if it's going to hit a streaming service like Amazon or Netflix, but if you find it out there, if you're looking to rent it, Arizona, if you're looking for a dark comedy and you're looking for, they don't come out very often, and a pretty fun one, I think. I enjoyed it. It's not a great movie, but I enjoyed the dark comedy of it. Like if you want to go on a fun dark comedy ride, you can't really go wrong with this. Danny McBride, I think it's right in his wheelhouse. Yeah, go watch it. Arizona. That's it, everybody. If you want to go to my website, check out all my artwork, see all the things that I do, inspireddisorder.com. Links are up top. If you like this show and you want to binge the whole week before it gets released on Instagram TV, new episodes released every day. But if you want to binge watch the entire week before it gets released, go over to patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Become a member. There's a lot of other benefits you get, making of videos you can watch, behind the scenes, all kinds of shit. Patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Links are up top. As always, I'm out of here, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great day. Peace out.